I think that's it for now until now it's time to get to the card. So here's my card. So I actually have to bring my catalog back in because I want to show you where I got this idea. And I'm just turning on my comments so I can see who's here. If you're here, go ahead and say hi, tell me where you're from. And if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and write those down or type them in there. Okay, so this was made with the Stars Are Shining bundle. So it comes with this stamp set and a coordinating punch. So there's the punch. So that's what we're going to use today. And this is the card that inspired me to make this card. So it's similar, very, very similar, but I wanted to use that pretty shimmer paper. And I just changed up the colors a little bit. I used some of the new gold ribbon. So I'll show you these products as we're making it, and let's get started. So I'm using very vanilla cardstock, and it's 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. I have crumb cake as my mats, one for inside and one for out, and those are 5 1/4 by 4, so I have that. And then I have my stamping pieces, very vanilla, and it's 5 inches by 3 3/4. So I have one for the inside and one for the front. I also have a scrap that I'm going to cut a circle out of, and I have this new shimmer paper that I already cut a circle out of. And let me show you this paper. So it's called Bedazzling, Bedazzling paper. Very, very pretty. So this is a free celebration item. So that's one of the items that you can choose if you want when you make a $50 purchase. So it's very pretty, very pretty. It's not like glitter paper. It's got bigger little areas to it, you know. I don't know what you'd call it, like crocodile-y. But it's really pretty. And there's 8 of those, and 6 by 6. So you can make a lot. Let me see if I can get this back in this bag really quick. Okay, so I already cut out a circle, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this scrap, and this is how I did this. I'm going to put this right in my punch. I'm putting it all the way down to the bottom. Actually, I'm going to bring it up just a little bit. I want to see if I can make sure I get a circle out of this, and I'm giving it a punch. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm going to bring in one of my circle dies from the Layering Circles, and I'm just going to cut that out. So hang on one quick second. Let me go over to my cutting machine and run this through. So that is the circle that I just cut out. Now I am going to run that circle, that same circle, through an embossing folder. I thought that running it through the embossing folder kind of took on the look of this Bedazzling paper. So I'm running it through the Tasteful Textiles. So hang on, let me do that real quick. Give this circle a little bit of texture. Okay, so now it's got that texture. And then I am going to, I'm not going to use these stars right now. I'm going to put these off to the side. I'm going to take and just punch out a few stars from this paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to peel back this paper just for this punch, because it'll make it a little bit easier when it's not quite so thick. And I just want a few stars, so I'm going to go ahead and punch these out. And I need to use my muscles. And I don't have any muscles today. Every time I do this, my dog barks. He's wondering what's going on in here. Definitely have to use my muscles on that. So I punched out a few of those stars. And I'm just going to put them in here so I don't lose them. Okay. Then I'm looking for a scrap. Here it is. Now I'm going to bring in my stamps. Okay, so here's the stamp set. Stars are shining. And the star stamps are all together, and that they're all together so they fit into your punch. So I'm going to bring in my crumb cake ink pad and my crumb cake. Let me get this out of the way for a minute. And I'm going to stamp right here. I'm going to kind of look at my punch and see which way the stars are going with my stamp. And it's really easy. There's a great big star there. There's a great big star on that stamp set. And that's the way I'm going to stamp it. That way I know that when I put it in my punch, it'll be the right way. Just kind of makes it a little bit easier. Okay. So I'm just going to punch those out. So you're just going to line them up and give it a punch. Whoops, that moved on me. Keeps moving. See, that was a lot easier because this paper's not quite as thick as the shimmer paper, the Bedazzling paper. I'm going to call it shimmer paper. Stop doing that. Okay, so now, don't want to put this away yet. Now I'm going to stamp on our front stamping piece. So I'm going to bring that stamp set in again. And I'm going to stamp right over my notes here. So wait, before I do that, I want to make sure you know that any orders that I get from today through Saturday of $35 before shipping, and then if you use my host code, I'm going to send you the make and take to make this pretty card. I'm also going to give you a full sheet of that what's it called? Come on, get it right. The Bedazzling paper. And I'm going to enter you in a little entry to win a free stamp set. So I wanted to make sure you knew about that before I cover this up. So now I'm going to take the stamping piece and I'm just going to stamp with crumb cake ink all over. Just however you want to fit these stars on here. Once you get it all done, it looks great. You don't have to worry about it. Just trying not to overlap too much. And I think I'll do a little one right over there. Okay, so that's done. Since we're stamping, I'm going to bring in a scrap of the Very Vanilla. And let's see, this is about 3/4. I'm going to have all the sizes and colors and everything that I used on my blog tomorrow, stampandshout.com. So if I forget to tell you something, you can go there tomorrow and you can see a picture of the card and all the information, the details. So I'm going to stamp this right in the center. And then I'm just going to give it a little angled cut like this. Nothing fancy. Okay, put that off to the side. And let's see, let's put it together. So I'm going to bring this piece back in. And my little shimmer, and I'm going to put that behind. And the way I did that was with a lot of glue dots. because that shimmer paper, you know, it has a little texture to it, and I think I didn't try it with glue yet. I guess I can, but right now I'm going to use glue dots. So I put glue dots here and there on the back of the crumb cake piece. So that'll take me just a few minutes. So welcome everyone, I'm glad you're here. Like I said, I switched it over, usually I'm on YouTube, and then I switched back to Facebook today, but I'm going to put it on YouTube too, so we'll see how that goes. But welcome. Go ahead and share my video with your friends if you think they'd like to make this card or want some information about the mini catalog. And I think I'm going to put one more right there. Okay. Put my glue dots away because my cat loves playing with that paper. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and line this up like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and put some of this together. I'm going to put these two pieces together first. I'm going to use glue. So if you did not see the mini catalog, if you didn't get it in the mail, if you're not working with another demonstrator, just let me know and I will send it to you. You can also download it. So if you go to stampandshout.com, there's a link there for the catalog, so that's another way, and you can see it right on your computer. But it's always nice to have that catalog, I think, in your hands. Okay, so I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to bring in some dimensionals. Pop it up. Okay, then I am going to bring in a few of those stars that we punched out. And if it's a big star, I'm going to put a big dimensional. If it's a little star, I'm going to put a little dimensional on the back and pop those up. So I think I'll put this one right there. And they're all going to be different, you know, they're not going to be exact, which makes it easy. Minis. Or you can cut the larger dimensional in half. That works too. And I'll put one more down here. Then I also stamped a few of these and punched them out. So you can put a few of those if you'd like here and there. So let's see, what do I have? So I use a larger dimensional on this one. And let's see, do I want a big one up here? I don't know. Thinking about it. Looking for, let's see. I think I want this one right here. I'm actually going to kind of put it right on top of there. Oh, that needs a little bit of glue. Looking for a scrap. It's not a scrap, but now it's going to be. That need a little bit of glue there. Okay. And let's see. Okay, so now my sentiment's going to go here, and this new gold ribbon, gorgeous ribbon. So let's see, this is, I think it's 3/8, let me see, 3/8, and it's called Shimmer Ribbon, and it's this beautiful gold, so it's real soft, so it's nice to make bows on. So this sentiment, I'm going to pop it up, and I'm going to put 3 dimensionals on the back of that. And I actually popped it up first. If you don't go too far to the end, you can put your ribbon on next, because I didn't use a whole strip of ribbon for this. I'll show you what I did. So I'm going to put this right there. And then I just took a piece of ribbon, maybe an 1.5 inches or so, and glue dot. On the front, I put a glue dot. I'll show you the front piece. Oh my goodness, I'm making a mess with my glue dots. Okay, so I put a piece of glue dot right there, and I kind of slid it underneath. So I'm being very conservative with my ribbon. So let me do that again. So again, just a little piece, and I'm going to put a glue dot right on the end, and I'm sliding it right underneath there like that, so it's centered. Okay, then I wrapped it around the back, and I just put a little piece of tape on each piece. And that was it. Okay, so not done yet with our little embellishing, but putting my glue dot strips away. All right, so I'm going to attach this to the front of my card, and then we'll stamp inside. And we'll add a few rhinestones, and then we'll be done. I'm excited I got 2 more Christmas cards done today. Yay! Okay, so inside I can go ahead and glue my matte piece in. Okay, and on this I'm going to stamp Twinkle Twinkle Christmas Star. There's lots of, you can put Joy to the World, the stars are shining brightly, or Be Merry and Bright. But I just thought, you don't see Twinkle Twinkle Christmas Star too much, so I thought that was kind of pretty. And it goes very well with this stamp set and this card. Okay, then I'm going to bring in this teeny tiny stamp, that little one there, and stamp just a few here and there. Done. Okay. Could also stamp some on your envelope. That would be pretty. So I glue this one in. then somewhere, bring in my rhinestones. And I'm going to add a few. It's on my finger. And I added them here and there on this circle. Just picking them up with my fingers. And then I added to the stars that I stamped another little rhinestone in the middle there. Okay, let's take a look. Celebrate the wonder. So again, that was inspired by that card in the catalog. Want to see it one more time? Okay, so that one right there is where I got the idea for this. Pretty close, but a little bit different. What do you think? Pretty cool? I think's fun. Fun. Love looking at the catalog and getting ideas, because sometimes you're out of ideas, right? It's like you can't just pick up a stamp set sometimes and stamp and something magical is going to appear. So use the catalog, use my blog, use my Pinterest page, use my videos, and hopefully they inspire you. So if you have any questions, don't forget to contact me. Leave your comments here. If you're watching me on replay, go ahead and type in replay. Type in your comments or questions. I'll still answer them. And that's it for now. Don't forget to visit my blog. I will have all the information for today's cards on my blog, www.stampinshout.com. Don't be shy. Stamp and Shout.